Check this out, man. Check this out.
School, and he's basically telling me that it's hard for him to make friends.
Why?
His exact words were 95% of the kids at school, or the boys at school, are YNs. He said, and the other 5% that are nerds, most of them are rude. So if y'all are in my area, please talk to your kids. Because for an 11-year-old to come home and tell me that most of your kids are YNs is crazy. He's in 6th grade.
All right, so we have a mother here who says that she has a son in 6th grade who can't make friends because he says most of the other guys at school his age, the young boys, are YN.
Everybody want to be a thug.
Now, when the YN conversation comes up, and I see it
pipeline, baby.
You have older women who say, yeah, you know, I give these YNs a chance. They shoot their shot. I date them. There are whole hashtags over there on YNs. But there are people who hear this type of like internet terminology and don't know what anybody's talking about. And I think it's always important to make a definition concrete depending on how you're using it. So what is a YN in the context of she's using it? Here you go.
I don't know what rock y'all living under, but a YN is not a young black man.
Old people
a YN is a young hood dude.
Right.
So a YN could be white, black, Mexican, Asian,
can't be white.
Puerto Rican. A YN could be an Indian. It's a young hood dude, a young dude from the hood. That's with
street guy. Yeah.
There you go. That's the version of YN she's talking about. Because I've seen people just call a young black dude YN. I've definitely seen that.
No.
You know, but I understand.
They
It's been
change
online
that
long
too.
enough. You know, people use it. And they'll use it comically and they're joking. In this context, she's talking about a YN that's with it.
With all of them activities. You know what I'm talking about?
Gang
I'm not
bangers,
talking about the young
dope
dudes
dealers.
from the hood that's raised right. We talking about the young dudes from the hood, in the streets, doing the hood. You know what I'm talking about. So please get from under my post talking
NBA
about,
young boy.
oh, I look at all black boys as young as YNs. No, I don't. I look at young hood dudes as YNs. I live in the suburbs. We got white YNs.
All right, so now that she's cleared up the definition of the young boys, the YNs she's talking about, what do you think now? She's saying these young dudes are with the shit. So chances are, based on what she's saying, they aren't the type of young boys who obviously she or her son wants to associate with or wants to do what they like to get into. For a young man to actually admit this, I think is healthy. He's able to recognize that, hey, that there is not who I want to associate with or become as a young black man. Let's check out some of these comments, see what the people have to say. Top comment here says popular. The question is why? Why?
They made it popular.
Who is convincing the YNs that being a YN is popular? Somebody responded back and says, it's dumb. This is the actual creator, the mother. Do they have fathers in their lives to tell them that, hey, this is not the direction that you want to go in? My advice to this mother, probably a single mom, would be to find a local church. And this is why, and a lot of people don't know this is why churches were very important.
Not the church.
At church, you would know that regardless of what's happening, they would reinstill values, positive.
Church ain't what it used to be no more. Not the church, homie. I wouldn't say the church. The church ain't what it used to be. Shit, the church got a lot of perverts in it now. Shit. Your boy be escaping the YNs, but he'll be running right into the booty snatchers. The church ain't, you know what I'm saying? Although there is some positivity in the church, but it ain't what it used to be. A lot of undercovers in the church. But I agree with him. They've made, and this is genius. It started all back when I was in school, when I was in elementary school and the birth of NWA. They made being, we you know, it was niggas with attitudes, but it was actually a publicity stunt that I don't think we caught on to. See, we just look at that shit as just entertainment and excitement. You know, NWA, they wore all black. They wore Raiders caps and Lokes sunglasses, low riders. Ooh, they always carried guns. But we didn't realize the damage that was making. They was making the black male, because you got to think, they was marketing NWA all over the world. They was making the black male look like the villain, while the white male, who's the real villain, get away with murder. That's what, and then to this day, and it made the women want the hood street cat. You know what I'm saying? Before that, black women didn't like that. Like my mom's era in the 60s and the 70s, although you had some women that was into that stuff because they were hood, they were street, you know. But even those women that liked it, those guys were looked down upon. They were looked at as tacky. But for the most part, women in the 50s, 60s, and even like in the early 70s, women didn't want no street guy. They didn't want no street cat. But in the 80s, when they made the glorified with colors and the movies and Boys in the Hood, they glorified the street guy as the guy. He's the man, you know, running from the cops. He's shooting at the cops, selling dope, pants sagging, gang banging. You know what I'm saying? It went from, because the 70s was the revolutionary black man, the black man that didn't take no shit, but still value education. He only used his gun when somebody came to try to come at him with some bullshit. You know, that was the revolutionary black man. They didn't want that. Shaft and Sweet Sweetback, which is a Melvin Van Peebles movie. Y'all can look it up, which was about a revolutionary that was busting back at the cops. They don't want that. They wanted to make the street guy that bust that and shot at other black guys the guy. You know what I'm saying? Sold dope to his own people, crack, and, you know, dealt with his women horribly. You know what I'm saying? That's what they wanted to glorify. Like I said, and even Ice Cube. Y'all can even go look at an interview with Ice Cube on the Breakfast Club where he said, we made a big mistake by really glorifying NWA. He's like, when we were young, we were in our late teens, early 20s and wanted to get out the hood. Our mamas was broke, our parents was broke. You know what I'm saying? So we just saw this as an opportunity to get up out the hood. And we didn't think the NWA was going to be as big as it was. But once the powers that be, and y'all know what I mean by the powers that be when I say powers that be, white folks, they took it to the next level and saw, and they, Cube and them didn't see what they were seeing. These white folks saw a way we could funnel these black men that we don't like into the prison system and or the graveyard. The prison system, which we got investment in, we can make money, and we can make money from them by taking their royalties from this bullshit music that we spitting out to the world, and we making these black men look bad. So it's a win-win all across the board for us. We get money off them degrading themselves and their people and their own men. We take their royalties and everything. You see, Jerry Heller was getting money out of Dr. Dre and all of them. Q was only small in the league before signing the contracts, as in the movie that we saw. And we can get money from the investments that we making in the prison system by putting these black motherfuckers in jail. And we getting black men off the streets. So it's a win-win. You know what I mean? But like Ice Cube was saying, they didn't see that. They just saw this opportunity for them to get exposure, get rich, you know, get up off the block, you know, see the world tour, you know, as of any young black man. This is opportunity, you know. And I truly agree. And that's why we have the situation now to this day with the YN thing. They've made it throughout the years, because you got to think, NWA was what, 40, 35 years ago? From now to now, we got the NBA young boys selling out arenas. You know, everybody want to wear a ski mask. You got these young cats want to look like robbers and bank robbers. You know, want to carry the blicky. And then the girls, if you know, they use the good guy that, hey, I'm not with that. You know, my mom and dad in my life. I'm not trying to carry no gun. I want to take you out for ice cream. I don't drink. I don't smoke. Oh, you lame. They'll use him. The chicks will use him and set him up and give the money to the hood YN, the hood cat. But y'all don't know the YN means hood cat. That's what that means, the hood street guy, the gang banger, the drug dealer, the scammer. They made it cool with our women, so they made it cool where our women want that. They used to think that was lame. Now they want that. Ooh, I want his pants. He can't be, ooh, he got all these tats all over his face and arms. He just can't be tamed. You know what I'm saying? That's, ooh, I want to get pregnant by him. I know he gonna leave me, but I found a good guy who went to college and did the right thing to help me raise this hood nigga's baby. That's what most sisters, that's the mindset now. And that's what we have now. So that's what's happened with this young lady. She's saying that her son, who ain't with that, who dad probably in his life, he can't make no friends because he ain't no street cat. He ain't gang banging. He ain't selling dope. You know what I'm saying? Because they glorified and made the hood cat the alpha male, the big dog. You know, Floyd Mayweather is rich as he is. His daughter wanted a hood cat, and she done got pregnant, and now she a statistic. She a single mom with a dude that got a bunch of baby mamas strolled around the world, you know, but she cool with that because he's so hood, you know what I'm saying? And then she'll turn around when she turned 40 and say ain't no good men because she done had all these babies with these thug niggas, and then mad because the good dudes that she didn't want, she thought was lame, that did right. And these young cats that's doing right and raised by their mom and daddy, they not trying to be down with no single mom no more, man. So y'all chicks is going with these hood cats that's young, thinking they so fly and getting knocked up by them. Y'all ain't gonna have no man. When y'all better try to stick it out with the hood cat. But y'all know he ain't gonna, because he got several other women pregnant in the hood. You know, but these young cats, see, back when my day, they would shame us for not wanting to be stepdads to other niggas' kid that she didn't have some street cat. You know, these single moms were acting like they was the pick of the litter. Here you are with no kids, and she got a bunch of kids by a bunch of different hood cats and then ran off, and I love her ass. And now, yeah, you need to step up the plate and be me and my kids. You got to be something. I want a man's going, nah. These young cats are like, nah, fuck that. Because we tell them, that's a bad deal. You hold the cards. If you don't have no kids and she got a bunch of kids by a bunch of hood dudes, you are the catch, not her. Don't be jumping through who. If she give you any kind of difficulty, shake her ass. Because she need to be grateful somebody even talking to her as well all this damn tragedy she done got herself in. But yeah, that was from Zayas Zed. I can't pronounce his brother. I'm going to give homeboy the credit so y'all can go watch his video. His name is Chisha. Zod, Z-E-I-D, Z-E-D. But check out his YouTube channel. But I just want to just get my opinion on it. Yeah, they've made it cool now for the hood young cat. That's what's in now. You know what I'm saying? That's what's in now, unfortunately. We got to reverse that. We got to make it all. Let me tell you something. And it all relies on sisters, because dudes won't coochie. If sisters had said today, you know what? I don't want no dude with his pants sagging off his butt. I don't want no dude with no tattoos. That's lame. I don't want no dude carrying guns and a bunch of jail record, but him going in and out of jail. I don't want that. That's lame. If all women had that mindset tomorrow, dudes would straighten up so fast. Dudes would be around putting their pants up, going to stop smoking weed, drinking. If sisters said they didn't want that, it's fine. I think Spike Lee did a movie about it too, but I believe it was corny. But she made it where the sisters was like, we don't want no more thugs, stuff like that. It was in the Spike Lee movie. I forgot the name of it, but Nick Cannon was in it. Anyway, if sisters decide, if they made it where that was cool, uncool, and sisters didn't like that no more, dudes wouldn't be doing that shit no more. It'd change like that. Trust me. If they not getting no draws, everything. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? What y'all think about this video, man? Leave your comments, subscribe to the channel.